Welcome on GAM channel. Please subscribe, like, share and comment to get more videos about world history. So today you're going to know more about Morocco, not only about their history and independence, but also about their culture and social life. Well, Morocco is known mostly for its diverse culture and colorful town. In this video, you're going to know more about some of their habits and customs. The cultural diversity of the nation of Morocco is a thing of awe and wonder. Morocco, officially the Kingdom of Morocco, is a country in Maghreb of region of North Africa. It overlooks the Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and has land borders with Algeria to the east and the disputed territory of Western Sahara to the south. Mauritania lies to the south of Western Sahara. Morocco also claims the Spanish exclaves of Ceuta, Melilla, and Peñón de Veres de la Gomera, and several small Spanish-controlled islands of its coast. It spans an area of 446,300 kilometers, with a population of roughly 37 million. Its officially and predominant religion is Islam, and the official language are Arabic and Berber. The Moroccan dialect of Arabic and French are also widely spoken. Moroccan identity and culture is a mix of Arab, Berber, and European cultures. Its capital is Rabat, while its largest city is Casablanca. As Europe industrialized, Northwest Africa was increasingly prized for its potential colonization. France showed a strong interest in Morocco as early as 1830, not only to protect the border of its Algerian territory, but also because of the strategic position of Morocco with coasts on the Mediterranean and the open Atlantic. In 1860, a dispute over Spain's Ceuta enclave led Spain to declare war. Victorious Spain won a further enclave and an enlarged Ceuta in the settlement. In 1884, Spain created a protectorate in the coastal areas of Morocco. In 1904, France and Spain carved out zones of influence in Morocco. Recognition by the United Kingdom of France's sphere of influence provoked a strong reaction from the German Empire, and the crisis loomed in 1905. The matter was resolved at Algeciras Conference in 1906. The Agadir crisis of 1911 increased tensions between European powers. The 1912 Treaty of Fez made Morocco a protectorate of France and triggered the 1912 Fez riots. Spain continued to operate its coastal protectorate. By the same treaty, Spain assumed the role of protecting power over the northern, coastal, and southern Saharan zones. Tens of thousands of colonialists entered Morocco. Some bought up large amounts of rich agricultural land, while others organized the exploitation and modernization of mines and harbors. Interest groups that formed among these elements continually pressured France to increase its control over Morocco, a control which was also made necessary by the continuous wars among Moroccan tribes, part of which had taken sides with the French since the beginning of the conquest. The French colonial administrator, Governor General Marshal Hubert Luyot, sincerely admired Moroccan culture and succeeded in imposing a giant Moroccan French administration while creating a modern school system. Several divisions of Moroccan soldiers, Gumia or regular troops and officers, served in the French army in both World War I and World War II, and in the Spanish Nationalist Army in the Spanish Civil War and after. Between 1921 and 1926, a Berber uprising in the Rif Mountains led by Abd el-Krim led the establishment of the Republic of the Rif. The Spanish lost more than 13,000 soldiers at Ano in July-August 1921. The rebellion was eventually suppressed by French and Spanish troops. In 1943, the Istiqlal Party, Independence Party, was founded to press the independence with discreet US support. That party subsequently provided most of the leadership for the nationalist movement. France's exile of Sultan Mohammed V in 1953 at Madagascar and his replacement by the unpopular Mohammed bin Arafa sparked active opposition to the French and Spanish protectorates. The most notable violence occurred in Ojuda, where Moroccans attacked French and other European residents in the streets. France allowed Mohammed V to return in 1955, and the negotiations that led to Moroccan independence began the following year. In March 1956, the French protectorate was ended in Morocco, regained its independence from France as the Kingdom of Morocco. A month later, Spain forsook its protectorate in northern Morocco to the new state but kept its two coastal enclaves, Ceuta and Melilla, on the Mediterranean coast, which dated from earlier conquests, but on which Morocco still claims sovereignty to this day. Sultan Mohammed became king in 1957. Morocco is a country with a rich culture and civilization. Through Moroccan history, it has hosted many people coming from East, Phoenicians, Jews and Arabs, South, Sub-Saharan Africans, and North, Romans and Andalusians. All those civilizations have affected the social structure of Morocco. Since independence, a veritable blossoming has taken place in painting and sculpture, popular music, amateur theater, and filmmaking. The Moroccan National Theatre, founded in 1956, offers regular production of Moroccan and French dramatic works. Art and music festivals take place throughout the country during the summer months, among them the World Sacred Music Festival at Fey. Each region possesses its own specificities, thus contributing to the national culture and to the legacy of civilization. Morocco has set among its top priorities the protection of its diverse legacy and the preservation of its cultural heritage. Culturally speaking, Morocco has always been successful in combining its Berber, Jewish, and Arabic cultural heritage with external influences such as the French and the Spanish, and during the last decades, the Anglo-American lifestyles. The food in Morocco focuses around the Berber diet of lamb, vegetables, and dairy, along with delicate mix of spices, the most common being cumin, turmeric, paprika, and cayenne, and herbs, including mint, coriander, and parsley. From southern Europe, you will find olives, olive oil, and tomatoes added to the dishes. The most popular meals revolve around meat, except pork due to Muslim dietary restrictions. So if you're a vegetarian, expect some trouble finding dishes that don't feature meat. In fact, if you mention to a restaurant owner you're a vegetarian, you will quite often be presented with fish. Most popular among locals is beef, which features heavily in couscous and tagine and is often slow roasted for hours before being added. Lunch is the main meal in Morocco. This is typically much larger than breakfast or dinner. It consists of salad for starters, followed by beef tagine and a large bowl of couscous. Bread is used as an accompaniment for the meal, and mint tea is the beverage of choice. The type of music mostly widely enjoyed typically depends on the region. There are 6 primary genres of Moroccan music, namely Berber music, Shabi, Nawa, Malhoun, Ray, and Sufi music. It is different and diverse from one region to another and differs according to social groupings. Music is influenced by different music styles like the Arab, Mediterranean, West Africa, and the other music styles. Moroccans just love their celebrations. One of the major events that bring Moroccans together is the famous Muslims, which are festive religious events. A Sawila festival is also highly recommended. These gatherings give opportunities for international students to interact with and immerse themselves in the different cultures that make Morocco such a rich, diverse country. Clothing is an important part of Moroccan etiquette. Moroccans are very particular when it comes to clothing. Moroccans emphasize a lot on clothes that cover parts of the body considered as private. Most Moroccans are Muslims and are a bit strict on their dressing. Both women and men are not encouraged to wear clothes that are above the knees. Morocco is a well-known footballing nation, having qualified for the World Cups and Africa Cup of Nations finals several times. The Moroccan soccer team is one of the African powerhouses when it comes to football. Other sports codes include handball, golf, tennis, basketball, and athletics. Morocco won 2 gold medals in 2004 at the Summer Olympics. Being multilingual is the norm. The first original language of Morocco is Tamazight, or Berber, It has 3 dialects spoken by Moroccan Berber and is the second official language in the Morocco after Arabic. Due to the spread of Islam to North Africa in the 7th century and French and Spanish imperialism, most Moroccans today can fluently speak at least 2 languages. Moroccans' native language are Moroccan Arabic or Darija and Tamazight. Most Tamazight speakers also speak Darija, but not all Moroccans who grew up learning Darija. This depends on the region of the country and is a feature of the rural-urban divide. Tamazight is the dominant language in many rural communities, while Moroccans born in urban areas tend to only speak Darija, even if their parents grew up speaking Tamazight. Most Moroccans learn modern standard Arabic and French in school. In the north, many Moroccans also speak Spanish. English speakers are present throughout the country, but most people in this group learn the language independently or through private or higher education. Being multilingual, Moroccans have the intriguing custom of subconsciously changing languages mid-sentence. Moroccan Darija itself is a blend of all the languages that have influenced the country's history. This can be fascinating yet confusing for non-Moroccans, but it is also a characteristic that allows Moroccans to communicate easily with foreigners. The ability to speak different languages also helps Moroccans learn new languages faster and easier and even master accents in foreign languages. Being generous is part of the culture. Moroccans are known for their hospitality, and their boundless generosity is one of the customs that amaze foreigners. Moroccans will share with strangers their home, their food, and their possessions without hesitating and without asking for anything in return. Your taxi driver will engage in long conversations with you and offer to pick you up whenever you need. If you are lost or need directions, you will undoubtedly find someone who will give you directions or even offer you to take you where you need. Moroccan families will also offer you their home to stay on during your travel for however long you want and happily share their food with you. Moroccans consider generosity a duty, which makes them some of the friendliest and warm-hearted people with whom you can grow lifelong relationships. Sharing food is a must. If you're traveling on a bus or train and the Moroccan sitting next to you is eating, don't be surprised if they offer to share their food with you. Sharing food is a Moroccan custom, with Moroccans believing that eating alone in front of others is rude, especially if the other person is hungry. When welcoming guests, Moroccans will fill their dining table with various dishes, beverages, and traditional mint tea and invite their guests over and over again for lunch or dinner. Because sharing food is a way of connecting and getting closer to new friends, Moroccans might consider it rude or impolite to reject food. Being late is part of the lifestyle. While not exactly a Moroccan custom, tardiness is a habit that rarely goes unnoticed by foreigners in Morocco. Being late might be frustrating and considered a bad habit by most people, but to plenty of Moroccans, tardiness is just a quirk that they have accepted about themselves and their society. Whether you're waiting for your Moroccan friend for the bus or train, handling important administrative paperwork, or just waiting for your turn at the doctor's office, you are bound to wait for longer than you expect. The saying inshallah or God willing also plays a role in Moroccan's tardiness. Many believe there is no use in rushing, because if God wills it, things will happen eventually. Fridays are for prayers and couscous. National observance of a quintessential Moroccan custom occurs every Friday. Each week, Moroccans indulge in delicious couscous after afternoon prayers. Most Moroccan men will perform Friday afternoon prayers at the mosque because communal prayers are preferred in Islam. This Moroccan custom is so important that schools and business close for a few hours to make time for prayers and couscous, or even for the rest of the day. It is important for Moroccan families to eat couscous together. Sometimes, if not all the family members can be present on Friday, they will opt to save it for another day, preferring to eat together. Tea is served daily. Another everyday Moroccan custom is drinking mint tea. Moroccans typically have the hot beverage daily, no matter the season, whether with breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some families have evening tea time with pastries, dates, breads, and cakes a few hours before dinner, especially when welcoming guests. Moroccans consider offering tea a sign of good hospitality and friendship. Moroccans also have a unique way of serving sweet drink, raising the teapot higher and higher from the glasses while by pouring the tea to create frothy bubbles. You might also find that tea can taste different from one region to another in Morocco. Some might have it sweeter than others, and some might add other herbs and leaves beside meal, such as chamomile and pennyroyal. Bread is served with every meal. Another food-related habit Moroccans have is serving bread with every meal, even with soups or salads. Moroccan bread goes with almost all traditional Moroccan food, such as tagine, grilled meat, fish, and others. Some Moroccans even eat couscous with bread instead of spoons. Homemade or locally made bread is an essential part of Moroccan cuisine and plays a part in the daily life of Moroccans. It is usually made with whole grain, making it healthier than average. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Mostly important to comment. Let us know what you learned, your opinion, and the next culture you would like in the next video. Thank you.